Hello everyone, welcome to Hidden Collections. Today we're going to be going over theme decks. As of lately, I've noticed a lot of them have been like being bought up in the stores and everything. Like you look at the restock and there's like nothing. Like even theme decks. Usually theme decks are the ones that are left behind, but those are starting to go. I'm going to kind of go through a different thing. There's a few different reasons why some theme decks are selling better than others, and others are just, they're not around anymore. But I'm gonna get into it. Um, what is happening is because there's a shift in theme decks because there hasn't been any for battle styles. They haven't put them out. They put the V battle decks of Venusaur and Blastoise. Insert graphic or something. But so uh, so those might be taking place, and then with a lot, if I reach over here, we're getting more of products like this. I don't know. Hopefully, it's not all blurry because the lights shifted. The league battle decks. Those are more towards the competitive play. Maybe they're making more casual play for others. But I'm going to go through some things for me, and some reason why probably some decks are a little bit more popular. I went out looking for theme decks. I was looking for hidden fates, but trying to find theme decks. So I was able to come across. Actually, I'm going to start with Noivern. Both breakthrough theme decks. I'm going to open up four of the theme decks. There's a few that I'm going to leave sealed because I already opened them before. So I'm just going to get the cards out. But talk about like PSA possibilities with these. The Noivern is only a 50-cent card. When you look it up on TCG Player, but when you look at it, its population is there's 1/9 and 1/10 up there. So I don't think these are gonna like take off. It's just the cracked ice stuff, and it really depends on what Pokemon it is. So, and these ones, the tough part is that they're just kind of set into the box. Ooh, look, there's a Mega Mewtwo coin. I'm sure that's probably pretty exciting for some. So you get the Noivern right here. From the looks of it, looks good. Check the back. There's a little wear there. But overall, I don't know if they do discontinue. I have sleeves and other things I was going to do these. This is kind of going to become maybe something knocking things over that I might start doing. I get into the top loader, but the card saver. So we do have the Noivern. It's in pretty good shape, even though it's loose. We'll give out that code card for somebody. I know it's an older one. We're not going to go through. Let's get rid of this stuff. The deck or anything. I think we're just more focusing on the cards themselves. So I don't have the numbers because of how I took the pictures of. I should have seen how many are in the pop. It might show how many that have been graded, but I think this one there's only been one graded out of all of them. So I'm just going to set that one up there. Next one we're going to go through is the Raichu. And for that one, it's a $1 card. This is the cheapest near mint copy, I believe. That should be how it's looked up on TCG Player. And on that, it has 6 9s and 2 10s. So we got that. The hard part about getting these ones is because they are loose in there. It does have the code card behind it. This one actually looks pretty good. There's some whitening in the corner there and up there. That's the tough part, is that the how they set them in there is not the best. So it was kind of fun. I don't know if Cracked Ice I know there are some Cracked Ice promos that are that code card for that deck. Set that one off to the side. Save the coin. So like a lot of these cards are just kind of forgotten because they're the theme deck. Usually they don't come in holo in the regular set on them. So It's the only way to get them as the Holo card. Next one up is the Fates Collide. I actually was happy to find that. I have the other one up there. There was only 2 at the Target. They were restocked. You know, and you'll get these for $9. You know, some of these older ones, the XYs are at $9. Sun and Moon stuff. I don't really see a lot of Sun and Moon stuff. I see a lot more X and Y. There. But this one's a $3 card. And there is 6 9s and 2 10s. A week ago, I messaged somebody on a Discord server. We're talking about the Shining Lugia from Shining Legends, and he thought I was talking about, or they thought I was talking about theirs, and I said no, but I actually did some research. Ooh, we got, and you get that Lugia coin too. Come on, focus. There we go. But I looked at the pop, and it has changed. You know, in the last week, there were 0 10s. Now there's 2 10s. This one's off center, definitely, and it's a little rough around the edges too, just because they are loose in there. It's just how they're packed, which is unfortunate. I think this would probably get in with off center and the wear on it. I would probably put it at like an 8. To be honest, on this one, I'm not trying to predict grades and everything, so but those ones had some good coins in them, it feels like. Okay, the next one I'm going to talk about, you know, out of the 7, I didn't even mention I'm doing 7, is the newest. Actually, it's not the newest deck. Actually, it's one of the newer ones. Is the Cinderace theme deck. This card is technically the Error Cinderace card. And it's coming in at $4. If you watched Tuesday's video, I pulled the Reverse Holo one, which is a $7 card. I think I have one right here. Yeah. So this Cinderace, the Reverse Holo from Sword and Shield, is a $7 card because the retreat cost says 1, but it's supposed to be 2 energies to retreat. So I don't see people going out and panic buying these ones. I'm opening up that one just because, I mean, the case is already destroyed. So, got that. There's the code card for somebody. I don't know what it is. Oh, that would be a Scorbunny coin. So I wonder if the others have the Grookey and other stuff. Not too worried about that stuff. More recycle-ish these stuff. I got decks stacked up. So for PSA purposes, there's 1 9 and 0 10s of this card. Again, it's sitting in that, since actually there's a little bit on the bottom there. But I'm just kind of like doing these as like cards that they're like overlooked. It's most likely an overlooked type of card, because a lot of people are like, oh, it's theme deck. You know, a lot of kids, a lot of these go to, you know, younger kids, because it's like, wow, for $12.99 for with taxes would say 13 something. They get a 60 card deck of cards. They get to go play with their friends, all that stuff. No one's like, everyone's kind of like, you know, it is what it is. So they kind of just brush it off as, you know, don't get them. But now I kind of feel with the boom, people are buying these decks, more are coming out. Gonna get into the 3 that are definitely more popular to get. I'm not gonna open up these ones because I've already opened up the decks before and I have the cards. That's the Mewtwo deck from XY Evolutions. We got the Pikachu deck from Evolutions, and now we have the newest one of all of them is the Charizard deck from Vivid Voltage. These decks are insanely going on the secondary market for, I don't know, for at least, I don't know, for one deck maybe between $20 and $30 a piece. $20, $30 for the Charizard. I didn't mention the Cinderace deck. It's actually, I've seen someone trying to sell like 3 of them for like $115. So we're talking like almost $40 because they're like, oh, it's the air one. So let's get into it. So they're like, let's do those ones. All right, so the first one I want to go through is the Mewtwo deck. So this card goes for about near mint. It's changing all day when I looked up the prices. This card goes for about $8 on its own, so you might be able to pick up a copy or a few of them just on this, just as singles. So you could probably pick up a few of these instead of buying the decks, but if you want sealed ones in your collection. So I just think these are just kind of overlooked type of cards to get. So that's why we're kind of doing this. We opened up some stuff. I know it's not a pack opening, but the next one is hold on. I skipped over the PSA. So for this one, there are 35 nines and 8 10s. So this one's being graded more, but it's only got 8 10s. So I mean, it's cut quality XY cut quality, as you can see, and then them just sitting in there because they kind of sit in there loose, like I've opened up before. They're kind of just in there and they're not really secure into the thing. The next one is from the Pikachu deck. So Pikachu goes for about $7 raw. So if someone's trying to sell the sealed deck, I mean, you can pick up probably 2 or 3 Pikachus on their own, depending on where you're getting them from. This one's been graded a lot more. There's 53 9s and 21 10s. So yeah, this one's, it's Pikachu, so everyone's going after it. So that's the reason why some of these decks are more expensive than they really are. Last one here. Unfortunately, I checked. I don't know, unless my PSA data it hasn't updated. I updated. I swear, I was looking on my phone on my computer. But the next one is the Charizard from Vivid Voltage, the Cracked Ice. This card alone by itself sells for $15. So that you can see why these theme decks are going to be selling for around $30, because you got a $15 card. This card alone is worth buying the deck if you can find them sealed. I mean, it's really hard and everything right now. I didn't see any these. There has to be some in the pop report, because I know people have got the Rainbow Rare Pikachu and other cards from Vivid Voltage. Probably some Amazing Rares have been graded, but I looked at it and it wasn't coming up. So I know they're so backlogged. I'm sure eventually there's going to be a lot of these coming out. I have a couple of these. Like I said, this is just kind of a video of going through some cards that might be overlooked. I have some other ones that I want to talk about, especially just ones. None of these are promo cards. That's what I think the biggest take from this. None of these are promo cards. This is the only way to get them in some sort of holo pattern, like the Cracked Ice, from their sets, because in the sets they should just be normal regular rares. So you get a reverse rare or just the normal card. So this is the only way to get them. I don't know with the discontinuation of the theme decks, so that if they're not going to be doing Cracked Ice holos anymore, so it might bring some of them up, especially the front 3: Charizard, Pikachu, Mewtwo. I know another popular ones, most likely popular ones, are the 2 team up theme deck ones. I'm sure Blastoise is now has come up in popularity in the Charizard one and that. So those are probably 2 popular theme decks to go out and buy as well. But just as a little, hey, cards to look out for, or things to look out for, I think are theme decks. I know it's like, oh, buy a theme deck for $13 or $10, or buy a couple booster packs. Like, I think if you're looking into especially grading or even sealed, I think it would be good if you can find some of these. Some of these are probably going to be worth something someday. They're all going to eventually go up in price, but some faster than others. Like I said, I'm not a financial advisor or anything like that. I'm just putting out my opinion, thinking that these cards right here are going to be some cards to be looking out for. So, but thanks for listening to me kind of ramble on and stuff about theme deck promo cards. I got some more. Probably try this out once a month or maybe twice a month. Well, I don't know. It depends on how long I can keep doing this. There's other cards that I know that fall under the same category, but they're not theme deck cards. So like cards in other products that aren't technically promo cards. So, but like always, I thank everyone who's watched this far or has watched the video and maybe got a little idea of what's going on. Thanks for hitting that like button. Leave a comment down below if you think you might think of another deck that I missed. I know there's more out there, so I might get more decks and keep doing this. I know there's plenty of Sword and Shield stuff out there. I'm finding some other XY. But like always, until next time, have a great day. See you later.